about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and there he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skilled by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullen is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix!
Gonzalo running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden, Barrett down, an early touch and an excellent...
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Hello out there and welcome to today's episode of Sports Orbit. We sincerely apologize to our viewers for starting a bit behind schedule, but nevertheless, the show must go on. My name is Afa Acho, your host. Salifu Usman is here with me. Salifu, welcome to Sports Orbit.
Yeah, good afternoon, Nigerians. So let's play the sport. The home of sport.
And also joining us today is
Making his debut.
making his debut on Sports Orbit is Bernard Mwachi Nebmere. Did I get it correctly?
Yes,
Mr. Bernard?
Bernard Machina. Good evening, Nigerians. We are happy to have you around.
All right. On today's episode of Sports Orbit, as always, we have a bumper package for you. But first, we'll begin with the NFF. As you all know, since Nigeria's failure to qualify for Qatar 2022, every day there's always one issue or the other coming out from the football body. And current president Amaju Pinnick has insisted that the next coach of the Super Eagles will definitely be a foreigner. Their decision is because they feel the local coaches were given an opportunity to impress, but they failed woefully. So, going forward, Amaju and his team feels that a foreign coach will get the job done. Salifu, do you share in this opinion? Because truly looking at it, a lot of Nigerians have also said Nigerian coaches cannot say they have not been given the opportunity. The opportunity was given to them, but they failed woefully. And someone said Eguavon has not helped because of local coaches, because it will take a while before anybody really considers local coaches for the top job for the Super Eagles.
Well, let's be frank and let's be sincere about this. I have a different view about this. I don't want to say that the local coaches has been moved as people have started to ascribe to it.
Oh.
Okay, for instance, if you look at the big what is the timeline given for the Nigerian coaches? And I don't want anybody to use what has befallen the Super Eagles, the non-qualification of the Super Eagles for the World Cup, in the hands of us in the Ecuador to as a yardstick to judge all the Nigerian coaches. And at the same time, even the Ecuador vis-a-vis, if you put the Ecuador vis-a-vis with his predecessor, the case of Bennett Rowe, and the Rowe has 6 years.
Yeah.
The Rowe was in the shadow for 6 years. And if you look at the timeline, when was Ecuador in the shadow, that's what I don't want to hold the grief or hold an excuse for Ecuador. But if you look at it, the time Ecuador never was given the job, he went to the AFCON. And after the AFCON, after the AFCON, and at the same time, he went after the AFCON, when the Nigerian Football Federation also have taken decisions to Ecuador. He was appointed as an intern to go to AFCON, and after the AFCON, they have given him a mandate that look, we are going to divorce in the playoff. They never give him the mandate immediately. They waited for another 3 weeks. Just in 1 to 2 weeks to the AFCON to the playoff, because now okay, you can now lead us to the AFCON, and then now put on the table a 2 years contract and a half. Which he never signed it. But what I'm saying, if they have, I'm not justified that Ecuador was a better coach, but if you put by side all the opportunities and the support given to the foreign counterpart, the general was there before him, if that same measure would have been given to Ecuador, having all the time to plan and take out the team, maybe Ecuador would have also felt better. For instance, he was a coach that went to the AFCON without even having an opportunity to test the player he had. At the same time, they also went to the playoff without also having the opportunity to also take the best way to test the player is to have the opportunity to throw with the team, play the friendly match, but will never have all these opportunities. So I don't want to, in that I agree that Egbawon may not be the best coach in Nigeria, but you shouldn't use that as a yardstick to see that Nigerian coaches have failed woefully. I still agree that we will still have some better coaches in the country who are also better than the foreign counterpart. And at the same time, yes, I agree that if the young world federation have made up their mind that they are going for a foreign coach, but what kind of a foreign coach are you going to bring? Is it another Johnny man like Kenneth Rowe? So you need to define the. If you like, go and bring. I stand to be corrected. If you like, go and bring Pep Guardiola to Nigeria, we will still fail if the necessary things are not being put in place.
Now, for Bernard, looking at what Pinnick has said, in your opinion, do you think a foreign coach will do better than local coaches? I mean, Egbawon failed to qualify the country for the World Cup. Would that have been a reason? Do you think he would have been allowed to still continue in spite of failing, or do you think a foreign coach will do better, looking at the circumstances we found ourselves in?
Thank you. For me, I will still insist that Nigerian coaches have not failed that woefully. And bringing in another coach, a foreign coach, is not necessary at this time. If it's left for me, I will still say that opportunities should still be given to Nigerian coaches. Egbawon should have still been given another chance. You understand me? To at least prove himself. Look at the space of time he has managed the team, and look at least his performance is not that bad. But at least he should have given another time. Now, bringing in a foreign coach is not going to be the remedy if the background of the things happening in Nigerian football team has not been fixed or tackled. You cannot leave the foundation and start building from up. You fight from the foundation, then so that when you get to the top, it will stand. So we should look down to what is actually being the fault. We had a foreign coach before Egbawon. So if having a foreign coach, we still have issue, and having a Nigerian coach, we still have issue, then we should look at the other side of it, that it will not be only a coach issue. We should look at another side. That's what I would say.
Yes, and to add to what Ben said. Yes, we have a foreign coach for 6 years. And for that 6 years, what do we have? Super Eagles are just playing without people in direction. We don't even know they are playing. Nobody even knows the pattern they were playing. Nobody was even willing watching the Super Eagles. At least some credit we don't give it about that. Other Egbawon, Nigeria tried to come to even watch the team. Okay, in as much as I agree that Egbawon may not be the best coach, I'm not even in support that Egbawon should be allowed to continue. But there are other Nigerian coaches in this country. For instance, Emmanuel Amuneke, who was brought in and within a short time to assist Egbawon, what is the time duration that he has opportunity team? So if you can also consider Emmanuel Amuneke to at least give him another 5 years or 4 years of plan. The next 4 years, the next World Cup is 4 years. Okay, we have Appoint by 2023. Give him a plan and let us start the plan. Let's see what he's going to do. But this is of this man says you are going to the foreign coach you are going. Do you have the money to pay the genuine foreign coach? What kind of foreign coach are you going for? Remember, General still that they are still owing him a lot of money. So if you are bringing a foreign coach, you don't have a means of paying them. Instead of putting Nigeria to continue to embarrass Nigeria, just like Bennett said, you don't start building from the top. You need to start from the foundation, and the foundation base starting from the clinic and his colleague. All of them who are taking the shot for Nigeria are not supposed to take the shot for us. All of them should strip themselves away first. They need to give way for genuine people and competent people with a good idea to come and decide and think and plan for Nigeria football, not Pinnick. We have had Pinnick for 8 years. And within this 8 years, what is our achievement? So Pinnick is the failure of Nigeria football and his colleague. So them to give way, not the coach. Coaches is not the problem. Because we have a foreign coach for 6 years and nothing was achieved. All the coaches Pinnick employs since he came, nobody has given him something to share about it. So Pinnick and his colleague and all his board should give way first.
All right, I quite agree with you that the Pinnick board has overstayed their welcome and Nigerian football has not improved, if you ask me. Anyway, away from that to the NPFL, where Eyimba of Aba actually defeated Rangers in the Oriental Derby played over the weekend. It was actually 2-1 in favor of Eyimba, who returned to winning ways against Rangers, and this happens to be the first time Eyimba. In 20 years, actually, Eyimba will be doing the double over Rangers International of Enugu. In other games, MFM also defeated Takada FC 2-0, while Sunshine Stars also defeated Abia Warriors 1-0. In Niger State, it was Niger Tornadoes 1-0 against Wiki Tourists, while Lobby Stars versus Kano Pillars ended 0-0. Salifu looks like Baba Ganaru is quite doing something good at this time, because to hold Kano Pillars 0-0 in Makodi, I mean, if it was the other coach, maybe this would have been another defeat.
Well, I don't want to agree, because if you look at Kano Pillars, this season, Kano Pillars have been fantastic this year. They are struggling. But the good is that Baba Ganaru is a game, this is the third match he has played, and in the third match he has achieved all the results that you needed to achieve in football. You either lose, you win, or he played the first match. The first match was against Rangers. He beat Rangers 2-0. The second match was against River United. He lost 1-0. So the third one now against Kano Pillars at home, and then he now 2-0. So he has achieved all the three results. He win, he lose, and draw. So, but that means out of the 6 matches he played, instead of the 9 points, he has been able to secure 4 points for the club.
So far.
So let's how it goes. Either the rescue mission will be achieved or not. But from the look of him, to me, I give it to him. Yes, right. If you looking by the performance of where Lobby Star were before he was appointed, to me, and that circumstance of the moral was completely down, and for them to come and win their match, I never expected them to beat River United, because River United is in the top in the form of their life.
Yeah.
So, and then at the same time, but I expected them to win the yesterday match against the Kano Pillars at the Parapet Stadium. That is their home ground, and more importantly, the Kano Pillars has not been doing well this season.
All right, in other matches that we played today, champions Aqua United will be at home to Shooting Stars, while Gombe United will also host National United. Plateau United will travel to Ilorin to face Kwara United, while in the other games, Heartland FC will take on Remo Stars. That will be tomorrow. And in the last game for the week, it will be Castor United at home to leaders Rivers United. Away from that now to the news coming in from Spain concerning Kelechi Nwakali, who, remember, his contract was terminated by Huesca, the second division team in Spain, but reports say that he might just be returning to England after severing ties with Huesca of Spain. Looking at Kelechi Nwakali, I mean, a player who had so much of potential, but things have not quite gone the way a lot of Nigerians have expected. But do you think him going back to England to see if he can revive his career will be the best thing at this point in time? Not forgetting that he spent quite a few years at Arsenal. Exactly, but they never really made it to the senior team before going to World Cup. But a return back to England, do you think this is what he needs to get his career back on track?
Okay, for me, I would say that as an individual, a player, maybe inside him, he has felt that to regain his confidence, to regain himself, at least giving myself a space or moving to this side of the life will help me achieve better in my career. A lot of us do it in our lifestyle. You can be in a stage where things are not working out. You feel like, let me relocate. Environment could be a factor, or the places or players or people around you could be a factor, because there are things that can demoralize personal achievements. So I think he should calm down and reason and look into himself and look at his confidentialities before he takes any step. You understand? So, but if that would be okay for him as a player, I think it's necessary he do that so that he can revive his career.
All right, we still have so much in store for you, but at this point we'll go for a short break, and when we return, Sport Orbit continues. Don't go nowhere.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
All right, welcome back from that short break. Now on to para athletics, where no fewer than 3,145 athletes and officials are jostling for medals as the maiden national para sports games begin at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja on Saturday. While declaring the games open, Minister of Youth and Sports Development Sunday Dari said people with disability in sports need to have a sense of belonging and the opportunity to exhibit their potential. He assured the athletes that the best among them will be selected to represent Nigeria at the international stage, starting with the forthcoming games in Birmingham. Clearly, first para games. I think this is a good move by Ministry of Sports, and if you can recall vividly, when it comes to international competitions, especially Olympics, a lot of times what the able-bodied athletes always fail to do, the Paralympians go there and always come back with a good haul of medals. So I think this is a good move coming from Ministry of Sports, where all of these people can at least have a competition of their own.
Yeah, it's a good initiative, and quite commended the Ministry of Youth and Sport for this laudable initiatives. And more importantly, that often the year, every 4 years, we went for Olympic or Commonwealth or African Games, but never at our own home ground. We don't have an event for the para athletes. And coming with this idea, it's a good development, and at the same time, that will also unearth some of the hidden talent that are found in the country. And the most important is that if you look at our performance at the international scene, it is always limited to 3 sports. That is powerlifting, athletic, and para-athletic, and para-table tennis. Then what for other para sports? So most of other
para sports, patrician almost like 15 different sports.
Yes, so most of those para sports never have opportunities to participate. And also they are being overshadowed by this powerlifting, para-athletic, and para-table tennis. So with this idea coming out, so those other sports like para swimming, para taekwondos, para judos, and all named them para karates, but even with wheelchair basketball, wheelchair tennis, and all and those of others will not have opportunities to do that. Maybe medicine also have them they also have them compete at the national scene. It is even the also need to understand that we also have blind in athletics. That even the blind people also have the athletic race.
All right, 15 sports will be on showcase at the games, which include amputee football, para shooting, para volleyball, para table tennis, para swimming, wheelchair basketball, para taekwondo, wheelchair tennis, para badminton, para lifting, deaf sports, para athletics, para soccer, para karate, and of course para canoe. Now away from that to the lingering crisis in the NBBF, where factional president Igor Chamak has come out to ask players under the concerned progressive bowlers to shelve their planned protest over what they describe as moves by Sports Minister Sunday Dari to force someone else as president on them. He's asking them to shake their swords, but for now he remains the authentic president of the NBBF. Bernard, the NBBF has been embroiled in crisis over a long period of time, with 2 people laying claim to the presidency of this body. But the concerned progressive bowlers are planning a protest. According to them, the Ministry of Sports is planning to are giving preference to Musa Kida, the other factional boss, as the authentic president of the body. But Igor Chamak is saying they shouldn't bother about going on any protest, that he remains the authentic president of the NBBF.
For me, I would say that going for a protest is necessary because you have the right to air your own view. You equally have the right to select or know or as in vote who should be your leader. So I didn't see it necessary for him to give that authentic or give that order that they should fight blue for their protest. No, you should allow them to air their view. In most cases, airing your view or airing your mind helps to relieve some anger and all those things. So you should allow them to do that while he knows that he still remains the president. He shouldn't as in stop them from the protest. They should go ahead and do the protest in a peaceful manner. And if necessary, he sees that the need for the change is there, he shouldn't remain in the seat.
Telefo quickly, he has described it as fake news, the planned protest, or the plan by the Ministry of Sport to foist Musa Kida.
Yes, what he was trying, according to him, by his own statement, by his own way, that the players would be to exercise conscious whenever they hear just rumor that they do that. But to him, the report that the ministry is in secret move to force his staff to him is just fake news, and that nothing of that. Him, the ministry has not taken their stand on anyone. So that there's a fight you and just pull down and exercise patient. Nothing of just happen that the minister has not in support of any support of Musa Kida. He is the authentic. He's the one that was given the mandate. He was the one that elected, but based on the guideline by the Ministry of Transport, and it's the only reason why the ministry will support another person after using that guideline. He emerged as a president in line with the guidelines used by the ministry.
Well, we'll see how this plays out almost every week or every 2 weeks.
The bad side of it is that why all this thing big this thing continue in the basketball that suffer. Remember the Tigers World Cup is quite approaching. It's quite approaching, and up to now, up to the moment, we don't know if he's really in charge. Nobody's in charge. Nobody's one for the team. And if he remains like this, and it will go to affect the performance of the Tigers, right or not.
Yeah. Away from that, to football, where the Super Falcons have promised a better outing following their first defeat remember that Super Falcons are out there in Canada to play a double-header friendly match against Olympic champions Canada. In the first game, they actually lost 2-0, but they are saying that in the second match, they are hoping to get a better outing. Telefo, remember especially you had expressed your disappointment over the fact that we had to go all the way to play Canada for a competition that will be holding in Africa instead of going to one of our neighbors and playing those friendlies here.
Yeah. And then you can see that they lost the first match, but according to the coach, I never had the question to watch that match. According to the coach, that the result does not reflect what really happened on the pitch. To him, the girls were better side, the girls performed perfectly well. But what I was trying to say is that we don't need the Canadian lady to fully test the state of our lady when we are going to play an African opposition.
Yeah, exactly.
So the best thing
if people were going for the World Cup, would have been understandable.
Instead of spending all this money to go and learn and stay in Canada, it would be better within Africa. Or probably another African country to go to Canada and go and play.
I can see that some of the players even arrived late because of visa issues. Some arrived just in 4 hours to the match. If it was maybe in Ghana or Cameroon here, all those issues wouldn't have been.
And it's part of the indecisions and the inaccurate decisions of the name that Amor Pinnick is always trying to show that he's in tune with the Igbo style of doing things, and everything is never give us any positive result.
And if they are playing against an African cup and you are taking them to Canada. You should have taken them to the people they are going to challenge with, so that they will know their weakness and their strength over those people. You won't use a Canadian.
More importantly, we are going for Canada. South Africa is a tough head.
Yes.
So I think it's friendly. South Africa will even welcome us a friendly match.
I even take them to because most times pitch affects some players too.
Yes.
Take them to that African pitch that they are going to play the match and let them try out their strengths. By the time they will come back, they will know that these people we played, meeting them, this is how we're going to tackle them and win them.
Exactly.
You're not going to play against the.
All right, the match comes up tonight at 7:30 p.m. at the Starlight Stadium. Actually, it will be 3:30 a.m. Nigerian time. Away from that now to the Champions League. We call that in the first leg of the Champions League. Chelsea fell 3-1 to Real Madrid out there in Stamford Bridge, and Chelsea coach Thomas Tuchel has said he does not see his side progressing to the next round in the second leg of that, because, I mean, for them to have an opportunity of going to the next round, they have to at least beat Madrid at least 2-0. At least 2-0 first, then we can now talk of extra time, but at least you have to beat them 2-0 first without Madrid scoring any. Do you really believe Tuchel is mind games, or do you realistically think that Chelsea does not have any chance against Madrid in the second leg?
Looking at the first match, I would say that Real Madrid did very well. And I've equally, yes, Real Madrid did very well, because I've equally said it. I said to a friend, I told them that this return match, that Real Madrid will still beat Chelsea. Yes. And look at the movement and the scorings of the Real Madrid. I get it. And look at Chelsea's. Yes, Chelsea's position was good. Their ball position and their this was good. But it's not about the position. It's all about who win the match.
It's the end that justifies the win. So the final result that justifies the win of the match. It's like
if they are coming out of the pitch, they will ask you who win the match, who win the game.
So it's not about who controls the possession.
Yes. So bear it in mind that Real Madrid is still going to tighten up. They are not going to relax, because they know that this team is a big team. So coming back
don't even see Madrid not even scoring in
yes, they will still do well. Yes, they will still. There's no how.
But let me just say one thing. I believe Tuchel is trying to play a mind game.
Yeah,
at the same time, Ancelotti should be mindful of what Tuchel is trying to play. He's trying to play low down and say that okay, the game is over and nothing for them. I believe. I don't think Ancelotti and his player and his Benjamin will bear into his game play. So whatever the game is trying to play or whatever he's trying to say, they don't trying to play. I don't think the benevolence and the fans and everything will welcome that. Definitely, just like Ben said, I quite agree at the point. I believe that coming to Madrid will not let lie do. They'll definitely come out full strong, as if nothing was active in the first leg. And they like playing just like that. I strongly believe that Madrid will still win the second leg match. Yes. But I am not scandalous called the
All right, away from that quickly before we leave to some EPL matches that were played during the weekend. Of course, the star match clearly was Liverpool versus Man City, clearly top of the table race. And I mean, the game had everything we all expected, a classic match, if you call it, ended 2-2. And as it stands, everything is still, as it stands before the match, is still 1 point. But for Pep Guardiola, he feels that Liverpool have life in EPL title race. I mean, for him, he feels Liverpool were just lucky, but that match ended 2-2.
Yes, he feels that Liverpool was just lucky. He was trying, in as much as he committed his point, he was also trying to blame his point for allowing Liverpool to come into the match. On 2 occasions, they went ahead, but Liverpool still came back and equalized. At the same time, remember the Riyad Mahrez also had his last minute opportunity to also bend the game, but they still blew it away. So, and then looking at that match now, last week I was saying these two teams will not let this match go. And that's supposed to be a deciding title. Whoever have won that match, they have confirmed as if it's almost close to the title. But yesterday, one of them stood to their gun and still maintain as they end going to the match. They also came out the same point and on the same level. And if you look at that match, that means they have 7 matches to play. About these 7 matches now, yes, the only thing I still believe Manchester City stand a better chance. All Man City needs is to win the remaining 7 matches. As far as they win the remaining matches, they're nothing for Liverpool. But can they win all the 7 matches? That's the point. That's a lot. And can also Liverpool maintain the 16 pass without also breaking the point? So, and if you look at yesterday, the weekend result, there's a tricky ties. Remember, Arsenal fall at home. Man also fall to unexpected
results. I mean, it's looking like United and Arsenal purposely do not want to make this top 4. As it seems, they just feel, look, Tottenham, go ahead and occupy the top 4 because Man United lost. It was a chance for Arsenal to extend the lead. And they lost also, and Tottenham completely outclassed Aston Villa 4-0 in that one. And, I mean, securing that position. Yes, Arsenal has a game to play, but even if they win it, they'll still be a point behind Tottenham, who have gone up to have 57 points.
7 points. If they win that means they'll be on the same point. But can they even win that one?
Yeah, okay, yes.
Manchester have his points against Chelsea. So the better chance they have to have extend the league was the match against Crystal Palace, and I think that there's another match against one of my. I don't forget. They also lost that point. So if they have won those matches, they have a 3 match at hand. Now they have lost all these 3 matches. Now they have a game against a British at your home. They also lost at home to Brighton. So what are you saying? It shows that clearly, just as the Arteta is not ready to give anything. Arteta is not even good for Arsenal. I keep on saying it. Arsenal management should let Arteta be. The job of Arsenal is too big for Arteta.
All right. Well, we'll see how it pans out. It's more like 7 games to go for some teams. For some, 8. Some have just 6 matches to go. But until the last day of the league, nothing yet has been confirmed yet. But we'll see how everything ends at the end of the season. Once again, Bernard, thank you for being here in the studio with me today. Salifu, thank you for being here also.
Thank you, and then let me also use the point to thank Bernard for making his
debut. Yeah.
So, hope to welcome you again.
Thank you. I'd love to be here again once again.
All right. We're all glad to have you every now and then. Well, don't forget that tonight the Super Falcons will have a chance of redeeming themselves as they take on Canada in the second leg of tomorrow morning, actually, early hours, which is 3:30 a.m. I wonder how many of us will be able to keep up with that match. Anyway, that's where we draw the curtains on today's episode of Sports Orbit. I remain yours sincerely, Alpha Chuanis. Goodbye from here.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.